I'm back. Rodrance for the Black and White Network. Well, last night, Michele Tafoya was on with Tucker Carlson. Now, as we know, Michele Tafoya was a historically great NFL sideline reporter, among other things, college basketball, college football, for about 30 years. And the Super Bowl on Sunday night was her last game. She was leaving to go into Republican partisan politics. She has joined the campaign of Kendall Qualls up in Minnesota. He's got aspirations to be a governor. But part of her new gig is to make the media rounds and start hammering these leftist ideals. Now, she's a self-admitted moderate, okay, a moderate Republican, and that's okay. I'd say most people tend to be more in the center than they want to admit, and then you have maybe 2 or 3, 4 issues that veer you off in other directions. Keeping in mind, you've got radicals out there like Rashida Tlaib and AOC and folks like that. Well, anyway, she went on Tucker and explained exactly why she got into this game, and of course, she's taken a lot of backlash this morning. She knew it was coming. She knew that she was going to get sniped at. She did not want to subject NBC to that. She said NBC did not force her out. She made that clear. I'm shocked by that, actually, because the timing was so odd between her not being on broadcast and her comments she made on The View about Colin Kaepernick. And Whoopi Goldberg got so triggered on that. I saw a replay of that, and I was like, good grief, it's ridiculous. You can't even have a conversation in this country anymore. So we're going to get to her comments last night, and then we'll get to the repugnant leftist extremist wannabe journalist known as Jemele Hill, who's now working for CNN. God, why do people keep giving this racist a platform? I don't know, but they do. Michele Tafoya tells Tucker Carlson why she left NBC Sports. I'm going to choose to say what I believe. And let's get to this. Michele Tafoya said Wednesday she left NBC Sports following a decade of NFL sideline reporting to unleash her inner, quote, moderate, and to join the culture discussion. Tafoya figured prominently in the network Super Bowl coverage on Sunday and ended a career on the field after the Rams hoisted the Lombardi Trophy. She announced a day later she would co-chair the governor political campaign of Minnesota Republican Kendall Qualls. Quote, I've got to a point in my life where I wanted to try other things, and there are some things that are really important to me, Tafoya told The Athletic. This is not to say that sports isn't an important field, that my job isn't an important job. Tafoya expounded on her exit from sports reporting during an interview Wednesday on Tucker Carlson. She told Tucker that NBC never muzzled her, but she did say she intends to use her voice differently without the backdrop of Sunday Night Football looming behind her. Quote, this has been on my mind. I've been waking up every day with a palpable pull at my gut that my side, my view, my middle ground, my kind of moderate viewpoint is not being represented to the rest of the world. I didn't feel. And so, rather than just banging it out on Twitter or Instagram every day, I thought, quote, I've got to do something. I have benefited greatly from the American dream, and I feel like for the sake of my kids and because I so love this country, I've got to start giving back. That's a very lucid, and I think very considerate comment from her. Carlson pointed to Tafoya's recent appearance on The View, in which she decried nationwide focus on skin color. The former sports reporter defended her words on the show and argued that she feels America has made immense racial progress. I don't think that a person like Whoopi Goldberg would have had the role 50 years ago. That's a fact. I mean, that's an absolute fact. Tafoya told Carlson she has that now. Carlson asked Tafoya why she went on The View to defend her view of the country knowing she would face backlash in some capacity, because I don't care if I'm attacked. That's probably a good thing, because you're getting drug on Twitter today, and I do mean drug. She is trending across the nation right now. I really am not afraid of that. I guess I feel so many people are now afraid. I'm not. This is the most terrifying thing in the world to me right now, that people are afraid to talk. These are words coming out of our mouths. Yeah, we could probably hurt people with our words. I acknowledge that, but I get to choose my reaction to everybody's words, and everybody else gets to choose their reaction to my words. She fully expected this. Absolutely. I'm going to choose to say what I believe and what I feel very strongly about. Tafoya concluded, I'm going to continue this. This is the direction I'm headed. Enter Jemele Hill. Imagine, and I love how these leftists always start with, imagine leaving a high-profile job over a made-up issue. Does Michele Tafoya even know what CRT is? Does she have kids in school being taught CRT? Can she provide any examples? Always in doubt. Look, when you're... And this is how this started. She has kids in school, and essentially, they have now started a program in their school where you meet based on your racial groups, okay? In other words, she said to her friend, her son, or one of her kids, had a very close black friend. Well, as they got older, the school started separating them, resegregating them by color into certain groups, these like hobby groups, where they could get together as an after-school group or during-school group and be able to visit and hang out and yada, yada, yada. And Tafoya was outraged over the fact that they're separating people based on color. I don't blame her. That's appalling in 2022 that's what we are doing as a nation, particularly in our schools, and the left is trying to resegregate this country. Now, to the CRT, you can't have little kids come home to their parents and say, why am I being told in school that I am lesser of a person because I am white? That is CRT. That is what is happening right now. Or that I'm oppressing my friend, blah, blah, blah. Number one, you should never be putting this on kids that are 6, 7, 8 years old. That's appalling as well. Number two, it's just an out-and-out lie, okay? And this is the kind of thing that we're fighting against Jemele Hill and Michele Tafoya is having to deal with. And she's using her platform, and she's going to have a big platform. She's going to absolutely knock it out of the park with this new venture of hers. Okay, now, she's a self-admitted moderate. I've got no issues with that because she doesn't seem to be radical in any way. That's a plus. That's a positive. But she is under attack this morning, and I do mean under attack. Just last I saw, 4,000 or 5,000 tweets on her, and people are outraged. People are like, who knew she was an idiot? Who knew she was a racist? I mean, all this stuff is just all over the dumpster fire known as the Twitter. Good God. Yeah, I mean, it's utterly ridiculous. And you know, I only bring Twitter up because companies, corporations, woke corporate interest truly make business decisions on what these lunatics think. Truly. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.